Hi, I'm Catherine Llewellyn, the host of the podcast. You can find out all about Truth and Transcendence on truthandtranscendence.com. And you can find out all about me on beingspace.world, where you will find my online coaching offering, as well as my UK-based workshops. The Freedom of Spirit workshop for liberation and empowerment, the Pellower Radical Shift in Consciousness workshop for spiritual expansion, and transformational coaching for exploring the mind-body-spirit connection on the expansive path. You can also support the podcast by actually making a donation. I hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to Truth and Transcendence. You can find all our other episodes on truthandtranscendence.com. I've never understood what a lot of people are talking about when they talk about AI and talk about is it this incredible intelligence? Is it going to take over? Is it going to replace us? Is it going to replace our thinking capacity? I just thought, don't know what these people are talking about. It doesn't make any sense. But today, or rather yesterday, late yesterday, I finally got an inkling of what this could be about, because I wanted to write a consent form for something. And I thought, God, the last thing I want to do is write a consent form. I just hate that sort of thing. I hate the idea of having to have a consent form. I think it's a good idea. Sometimes it's helpful for people. It's a good idea. And I wanted to do it. But I didn't want to do it. So I thought, well, why don't I just go on one of these AI platforms and see what they can make of it? Oh, I can see there I am saying they. See what it can make of it. So I went on, I said, look, I've got this offering. I want a consent form. It's got to include this and this and this and this. And it generated something almost immediately. It was actually pretty good. And I went back and said, well, that bit's not quite right. Can you change that? It rewrote it. And it probably took all of 5 minutes. And the thing was there. And it was good. And it was accurate, it was friendly, it was warm, it was clear, it was firm, it was everything it needed to be. And I actually thought to myself, I almost believe that there's an intelligence there doing this. I almost believe there's an intelligence there doing this, because otherwise, how can it do it? Now, I know that what's happening is there's a machine, or if there's a technology working with text and dipping into previously gathered data and manipulating it and doing stuff with it and generating it in response to the requests that I put in. I know that's happening. But part of me almost couldn't not believe that this was actually organic intelligence, because otherwise, how could it do it? That was the idea. That was the thought. How could this do this if it's not intelligence? So I noticed that. I didn't believe it or add weight to it, but I noticed that in my experience, in my thoughts. I thought about it again today, and I thought, if that's not intelligence, then what is intelligence? And if that's not intelligence, then how many of the conversations that we have with each other and how much of the communication that we make isn't really that intelligent? How much of it is just churning out what we've heard before, or what we've been taught to say or taught to believe? And how much of it is actual organic intelligence in the moment? And what's the difference? Now, I haven't come up with an answer as of yet, because my intelligence is still working on this. But to me, it's something to do with the organic intelligence includes felt experience, it includes intuition, it includes insight, it includes spirit, all of those things. And it's not that difficult to observe oneself in life and observe the variations in the degree to which we are actually connected with our organic, in the moment, miraculous, special, insightful, intuitive intelligence, and when we're not, and the degree to which we're expressing from that place, and the degree to which we're not, but just churning out the same old scripts. And I really do recognize there have been times in my life where I've realized I'm just trotting out the same old scripts. And the trouble with that is, anytime I've noticed it, by the time I've noticed it, I've been doing it for a while. And so I'm sort of stuck in a groove. So to pull myself out of it requires a bit of an effort. And actually, this is something I think we need to do constantly if we want to be truly intelligent beings, if we want to actually be connected with our true intelligence, not just acting like a machine that can do machine learning and machine regurgitation, but actually bringing in something that has a spark of realness, intuition, insight, something fresh, something in the moment, something truthful. And I'm now talking to you in this place where I'm feeling, do you know what? This feels to me like this is part of our life journey. Just like in our life journey, we move in and out of spaces of being open to love, let's say, open to experiencing and feeling and giving and receiving love, and times where we're not open to that, when we're more defensive, self-protective, frightened perhaps, hiding maybe. All those different ways in life, the degree to which we are being truly, fully connected with the authentic self and the authentic expression of the self and the experience of the self and of being, and the times when we are less so. So my little adventure yesterday with AI generated this brilliant consent form, which some of you will get to see if you turn up on the particular thing which this consent form was designed for. And it won't look or feel like anything that AI generated. It will look and feel very human. But that's because I, as a human, curated it and made sure that it was good and lovely by the time I'd finished with it. But more interestingly, in a way, for me and for my experience, is this new sort of questioning of what is intelligence anyway? And what is the nature of my intelligence and yours and ours and the intelligence of humanity? And if we think that what the AI churns out is intelligence, we've really, I think, missed the point. And whoever decided to call it artificial intelligence in the first place has caused so many problems for themselves and for everybody else, in my opinion. Please, someone come up with a better name for this particular facility that's very useful, very helpful, almost miraculous in the way that it works, but it is not intelligence. It's not human. It's not spirit. And what is? Something to think about. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a fantastic week. And thank you, as always, for spreading the word. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. It really helps if you give a thumbs up, a 5-star rating, a review, and share with your friends. If you're looking for transformational coaching or an intensive transformational weekend workshop experience, I can help with that. You can actually help the show by making a donation. Until next time, take care.